to Kenya, to Zimbabwe. You know, these are all our neighbors and they're all part of our context. And we're really trying to connect them. So in this lead-up program, not only are we trying to reframe how we want to position ourselves and hopefully position Isea 2018 in this process, but we're also wondering what kind of offerings we can give you until 2018. And again, people have said to me, "Oh, can we go see the lions?" Yes, you can come and see the lions. Can we go surf? Of course, great surf. And so what we are really thinking about is, it is a tourist destination. It's a wonderful country with all kinds of richness and wealth. And I mean, competing, we'll have some tourist videos. Well, I don't care about that right now. You know, go online and Google it, you'll find it. But the reality is that we want to break down the whole experience, not only into a very meaningful symposium, which will be hosted at the university, but thinking about how we can invade different spaces. How we can actually see what a township has to offer in terms of this dialogue. Let's see how a transforming in the city has to offer, where you have a skyrise 5-star hotel next to a slum. What does that mean? What are those relationships? What are those conflicts, and how can we invade them? And then obviously to offer you those tours. So those tours, not only in terms of your interest areas, to connect you to different parts of South Africa, that we've got an incredible digital arts department at this university. That's part of it. You know, people want to maybe connect with some colleagues there, all the way through to having an experience in Cape Town, which, by the way, was that picture that you put by Abu'd. It was that we had Durban standing there, but you put a picture of Cape Town, which is unfortunately what often happens. Well, whoever did that, sorry. Which unfortunately is what often happens when we say South Africa. We go, "Oh yes, Cape Town, let's go there." No, Durban has more to offer, especially in 2018 for Isea. So with that in mind, the other really important aspect is that we're teaming up with various research institutions. We've got the Square Kilometre Array, one of the largest radio telescopes that can ever be built in this, on this Earth, given the sprawl that it's got with the 3,000 dishes that are spread throughout Southern Africa and Australia. We've got the large SALT, the South African Large Telescope. We've got the Cradle of Humankind. We've got all of these research facilities, the marine research, etc., that we're teaming up with early on to make sure that we've got a truly integrated art, research, science, and technology festival in 2018. So please join us, July 2018, for a lot of intersections in one form or another, and I hope to see you there.
Thanks, that's really great. Both those presentations fill you with sort of, and I like the idea. I mean, I think it's something that we really believe in, which is trying to leave a legacy. We don't just go in and just fly away again. Hopefully we leave something, and also we actually gain an awful lot of knowledge about other people's cultures and their histories. So can I ask, we've got 2 bits coming through for 2019, the expressions of interest for that, and I would like the Korean people to come forward. We're going to present for Guangzhou.
Start with a video.
만만된 수
Ji-hyun Lee.
And JP from KAIST.
We are here to tell you about Isea 2009 in Gwangju, South Korea.
To be hosted by the city of Gwangju and these leading institutions.
Which is KAIST, Graduate School of Cultural Technology, and Asia Culture Center.
Okay. All right. So could anyone back us up?
Yes, we do have somebody. Let's hear from him.
So say hello to Roger.
Yes, hello, this is Roger Molina. Hello to all of Isea. I wish I could be with you. As you know, a few years ago, many of the people listening, we worked with a network of people to publish a report at MIT Press that was funded by the National Science Foundation about how today to make possible new forms of collaboration between art, design, humanities, and science and engineering. And we identified 13 processes we thought were enabling processes. And one of those is the convening process, which obviously Isea has now been doing for over 20 years, of bringing together communities of practice that often do not meet each other. And I think Korea is an excellent location to create some unusual contacts and collaborations, not only geographically, but also intellectually. Clearly, right now, Korea is emerging as a powerhouse of innovation and creative practices. Isea has never been held there yet, and so I think this opportunity is fantastic, and I'm so delighted that your team has put this proposal together.
Okay. Bye, Roger. Okay, so we all know that South Korea is known for its traditional beauty and also for its modern technology like Samsung and LG.
But I'm visiting Korea for the first time, so how can I get there?
So let us go through the steps one by one for everyone here.
This is the Incheon Airport, which most of you will use.
Directly from almost 200 cities all over the world.
And it's beautiful and one of the best airports in the world.
So how do I get to Gwangju from the airport?
On a high-speed train named KTX. It's only a 2-hour ride with a beautiful scenery.
And there are generous discount passes for international travelers, so you can visit many places in the country while you're in the country.
Here you are now at Gwangju.
Whose name means the city of light.
And Gwangju is so symbolic in many ways, culturally and historically.
Yes, they have always been unique and independent spirited.
Would you say it's like Barcelona of Korea?
Touché, understand it more perfectly now.
And it's the UNESCO Creative City of Media Art since 2014.
So, my dear audience, can you find a more perfect city for Isea 2019?
And no wonder it's called the artistic capital.
Yes, many great museums and monuments which will cooperate with us for Isea 2019. Now, tell us more about the main venue.
Yes, it's called Asia Cultural Center, opened in last year.
It represents the future of Gwangju as the center of the world's arts and culture.
And more importantly, it has plenty of spaces for our artists and colleagues who are the most important people in our plan. Can we take a look inside?
Sure. First we have the ACC Creation Hall, where we will hold our opening reception.
Also, the state-of-the-art ACC Theater, where we can perform live. What else?
Well, so Gwangju is a city filled with nature. For example, there is this Isea Gallery inside the Murong Mountain National Park, inside the city, which is also one of our venues.
Which is actually one of many actually. Take this day in art market street venue. We can even do street art and performances here. Speaking of performances, do we have parties?
Oh yes, beautiful side.
Of course, yes. We are going to do it, Gwangju style. Stay
Okay. Let's get back to work. So, do you know that Gwangju means city of light? What better place to think, act, and create about the eternity of light?
I hear that you know something about it.
Yes, as a physicist, we spend years learning about it, and I know that artists also spend years inspired by it. Now, wouldn't it be great if our two approaches to light were to converge at Isea?
Wow, it sounds exciting. How would it work?
Like this. Well, take the wave-particle duality. So light is a wave that always changes form, but it's also a particle that we can see and touch. I think art is the perfect way to express it in mind-blowing ways. Or like this. Omnipresent permeation, light is everywhere, and I think Namjoon Baek's "The More the Better" captures its essence in an impressive manner.
They sure are beautiful solutions to the challenge. We expect more exciting contributions from our fellow artists. Let's talk about Isea itself. Can you tell me interesting special programs that our colleagues can participate in?
Yes, we will have plenty. First, we'll have international collaborations for recreating heritage sites and turning them into artworks and exhibits.
Also, we use huge cultural archives in ACC to create stunning visualizations.
Also, Gwangju is known for its splendid food culture. It's a place we actually travel to eat. We'll invite artists who will work on food as artistic medium and yummy.
And for the families, ACC has great hands-on programs for children, and we'll call for participation from artists to develop new paradigms for children's education in STEAM.
Or STEAM means science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, which is precisely what Isea is aiming for.
So bring your children.
So we will also have numerous artist residency programs supported by these outstanding institutions who will work with us towards Isea 2019.
Wow, I'm breathless. Isea 2009 seems to be super exciting. Now, after all is done, can you find peace?
Sure, for the closing, we'll go back to nature, enjoy the warm glow of the sun, and relax. It's a beautiful pavilion.
And we hope many of you will take some time to visit great places in the area, such as this hall of enlightenment and virtues.
And the Clarity Garden, all within an hour of travel from Gwangju.
So please come, so all this can be yours. Thank you.
Thank you. We are working truly hard to make it a memorable international event, so please keep showing us your interest via theater. And we'd like to send a round of encouragement for our team from Gwangju one more time. And Professor Hwang Hyun-won back there.
Yeah, the camera there.
Who's the director but who volunteered to be the camera guy for the day. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thank you. See you. Thank you very much.
I'm Leonardo, and this is not a coincidence. And I'm from Firenze Convention and Visitor Bureau, and I'm here proud to represent my city and the organizing committee and the University of Florence, the Industrial Design School. And I'm proud here to present our candidacy for 2019. And the main thing that we thought is can electronic arts help to redefine the human being like Renaissance did? We live in a very complex age, in a complex digital age, where the definition of the identity itself is not anymore the same. In fact, there is. Sorry? Sorry. So, where there is the definition of identity, as I said, there is not only Leonardo, physical Leonardo here in front of you, but there are also many Leonardo, virtual Leonardo, and many other. But also we have many information now and many data thanks to the internet. And so, but all these data are not uniform and they are all fragmented. There is a fragmentation of data and information. But still there is power and economies that are all over on these identities and data. Well, of course, okay. So because the technology itself is power, of course, and it is fostered by power and economy, and it is guided and influenced, of course, by power and economies. But which is nowadays the role of the art, the relationship between art, technology, power, and economy in the digital age? How can electronic arts lead a cultural renovation? Can techno-creation develop a counterculture? Can electronic arts help to redefine the human being? These are all the questions that we have done for this conference. And is this possible? But most of all, there's never been a moment in history of contingency between technique, science, art, and power? Yes, that was the Renaissance. Whereas the man was not only at the center of the universe, but there was also an attempt to understand the complexity. And it was a moment of contingency between art, science, and power. And thanks to the Medici family, and of course all the artistical heritage that we have in our city, thanks to the fact that they invested and they spent a lot of money for that now we have also our historical heritage. And so, who was the man who combined more than anyone in the history art, science, and technology? Not me. Not me exactly, but another important Leonardo. Leonardo da Vinci. I have only his name. But of course, the artist, the scientist, because he made many studies also on the human being and the anatomy, and also the inventor. And so, 1519, 2019, Leonardo died in 1519, and it is considered by most of the people as the end of the Renaissance. And so, 500 years after Leonardo's death would be a perfect timing for Isea. But couldn't be a perfect timing, but couldn't be a perfect city than Florence, where Leonardo was born, nearby. And when, of course, the Renaissance was born, and where renovation is possible. Because Florence is not only one of the most beautiful cities in the world with a unique historical heritage, it's also green, safe, and is an open sky museum, famous worldwide. And it's statistically reported that it attracts 20% delegates more than other destinations, because it's also very easy to reach from all the main European destination and windward stop from all over the world. And the city airport is only located 4 kilometers far from the city center, so very, very close. But we have only many other airports close by, such as Pisa, Bologna, and Rome, Fiumicino, because thanks to the hour fastest train, Italy has never been so small, and Florence is located exactly in the center. And once you will arrive in town, no transportation is needed anymore, because everything is in walking distance from the conference center to the railway station to all the main monuments. And also, all the hotels, which are the 75% of them is located in walking distance from the city, from the Congress Center, and which means around 9,000 rooms, as you can see from these graphics. And also they are all our best partners, so we can help you negotiating the best rates, the best terms, and the best condition for your hotel. And they are all very nice, with nice view on the city, such as this, but also elegant and classical. And also some of them new ones, modern and sophisticated. Also our Congress Center is located in a villa, it's an ancient villa surrounded by a beautiful garden located in the city center. You could now imagine that there is a state-of-the-art conference center, with many rooms that could perfectly fit the Isea conference, and also with a main auditorium of 1,000 pax, where you can have the main plenary sessions, for example. And also, as you can see clearly from these pictures, everything is really located in the heart of the city, and as Isea is taking part not only in the conference center but also in the city, so it will be nice to enjoy the city in this way and to have many things very close by and in a walking distance, of course. And especially the Salone di Cinquecento in Palazzo Vecchio, which has been the seat of the Medici family since the Renaissance, and still nowadays is the town hall of Florence. So it would be a perfect place for a welcome reception for your conference, surrounded by beautiful beach paintings by Vasari and by statues of Michelangelo. We would love to welcome you in our city, in our home, actually. So, but also we have many modern settings, such as the new Opera Theatre, where also it has been on the wall made recently some video mapping. So it would probably also be very nice, not only for the artist of Isea to combine also with the new modern setting, with also the other settings, and also we have involved some art gallery, contemporary art galleries, where can be where temporary exhibition, of course, related to the Isea can be held. And also we have the Sala Vanni, where already they are performing in this beautiful historical building, electronic music concert. So these are all the venues that we would love to put at your disposal. And also we have the collaboration of the Opificio delle Pietre Dure, which is an excellent for the restoration technique, of course, and because it would also be very nice to have a kind of visit there, or a workshop, or a special session, where you could learn the last updated technique of restoration. Because of course we have a lot to preserve in our city, but we are also projected to the future, and in the last year, in fact, we have created some specific video mapping festival, Florence Live Festival, such as this, and after that I've been here in Hong Kong and I see what you have been able to do in the ICC Tower, I would love to see what you can do with the projection. Now on the facade, this is Monte Vecchio, for example, or with the facade of all our main buildings. So this could be a very nice opportunity to have your knowledge and to have your capacity at our disposal. And of course, we have also done something, some special exhibition this is a church, Santo Stefano, where we have done something about Leonardo, and also hosted international exhibitions such as this of Van Gogh, but many others, always related to this new way of doing museums, but also relating to electronic arts. And so, we will be very happy to have you in Florence, and we will give you all our support as the city of Florence, and also offering you the welcome cocktail, maybe right in our home, the Salone di Cinquecento, and giving you all the touristic information, full assistance, and also a branded app for free, where you could easily have all the information about what is going on in real time on the Isea, and also Google mapping of all the venues represented for the Congress, and also a special Congress card where we give you the discounts on museums, on many activities, on restaurants as well, so for your free time to better enjoy the city. And we have also a strategic partner, which is Amand Events, a professional Congress organizer, which will help you in fundraising and also in finding sponsors, and we will take the financial risk of the conference. So, 2019, 500 years after Leonardo, and it is recent news now from the cultural minister of Italy that has made an agreement for this celebration with the president of the Tuscany region. So they will invest 100 million euro for doing activities related to this event, and of course Isea would be a perfect moment. And so, 500 years after Leonardo thought about a flying machine, maybe also because he would love to overcome the limits, the geographical limits of the world, and to share information also with you, to share his knowledge with your knowledge. So I think it's really time to fly to Florence. Not with this machine, Let's get 2019 Florence renovation. Looking forward to welcoming you in our city. And thanks for your attention.
everybody. There will be a question and answer, but I just wondered if Ollie's here, he could present about 2016. I never know what year it is. So here's our hard-working man here.
I'm going to break the rules and ask you to use this. Maybe I'll just use this. Let's hope it works. Here. I was hoping to play the trailer. Have this trailer. Okay, all I have is to show you is logos and walls of text. If I can get it working. Yes, Isea 2016. I don't know really what should I say. I'm so happy that you're all here and we all made this happen. Isea 2016 is co-organized by CityU, Center for Applied Computing and Interactive Media, School of Creative Media, Hong Kong PolyU, Videotage and Microwave. Supported by Goethe Institute, Tourism Board and the Arts Development Council. Sponsored by, I will not read all these, but we have many generous sponsors and supporters. We have venue partners from 2 different universities apart from the organizers. University of Hong Kong hosted the exhibition which opened last night. Chinese University of Hong Kong is working with us on satellite events. Some of you might have gone on Tuesday night to the, what was it called? Digital Activism and Queer Sexualities at the Arts and Cultural Outreach Center. I heard there was a full house, successful event. We are also collaborating with Zurich University of the Arts, who have a place called Connecting Space in North Point, where we went on, what night was that? Tuesday night. Also full house. I think we blocked the traffic on the 4th Street completely. Best parties are those which are too full of people. I think that was a good one. Maritime Museum generously let us use their beautiful space to view the ICC Tower light show in. Not to mention that the property developer who owns ICC Tower kindly borrowed us the screening for the Open Sky Gallery program. And I think this is the first time that these 2 logos are next to each other. I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to the owner of the Triple X Club. It's a really underground space in Taigok Tui where you will go tonight for the algo rave. But they are, in terms of like agendas, these 2 are completely diametrically opposed to each other. It's interesting to have them next to each other on the slides. Media partners, Art Asia Pacific let us use their spamming system to send you electronic direct marketing. Goodest Magazine and Keypad gave us free full-page ads in their magazines, which none of you probably have seen those things. I don't think they circulate beyond Hong Kong. Parallel events were organized and they have their own sponsors and supporters. We thank also these sponsors for their support. Individual artists got sponsorship from their consulates and cultural institutes. We are grateful for these institutions too. So altogether we have about 450, over 450 delegates and about 200 volunteers. So that alone is quite a significant amount of people. Altogether there are 77 conference sessions, exhibition with over 60 artists and performers. Is that accurate? What is the right number?
75.
75, yes, okay. And 7 keynote speakers altogether. 140 is the right number. Sorry. Okay. That's how they started. We had a roundtable discussion in Videotage in 2013 when the bid was confirmed. This was after Sydney, after you told us that we have to actually do this. We set up this thing at the Cattle Depot where we will go for the closing party tomorrow to the same location. We had a roundtable discussion with people from several different institutions and universities, imagining what Isea 2016 would be. This was the Moon Festival in 2013. That's why there is a moon in the background, I think. And we had nice catering, and we are having the same catering for tomorrow's closing party. I hope you will like it. Then we had this reception in this spring in Transmediale in 2016. Generously sponsored by the Hong Kong Trade Office in Berlin. Kyle, what was the name of the guy? Was it Mr. Chan or? Mr. Chen brought this banner of Hong Kong, Asia's World City, and paid the bill for the Haus der Kulturen der Welt bar, so that we could enjoy all these beers. This was the occasion to launch all the printed materials at that stage. Then it came to this. When this started, then none of us have seen our families since this process started. This was in April when we started putting the program together. It's a 3D program, as you can see, multi-dimensional. And here we are then today. I was thinking of including pictures from the openings, but I mean, you are here, there is no use to put pictures of these events. Now begin the walls of text. Here is the organizing committee. Some of these people are here. There is the artistic director, Jeffrey Shaw. That's good. Yeah. Co-director Case de Bond can't be here today, but we are grateful to him for the support of Hong Kong Polyu as well. Then I am here, yes. Ellen is at... Ellen is at the meeting with the Arts Development Council about recent events. She can't be here today. Who else is here? Daniel, the chair of Jury and Exhibition, is here. Carl, the curator of Jury and Exhibition, is here. Ryan is here. And Damian is here. Is Java around? No, Tobias is Tobias around. Charlotte, yes, where? Charlotte, I'm talking about this Charlotte here, who we are to thank for yesterday's dinner adventure in Kennedy Town. That was a blast. I'm still feeling the effects of last time. I think is Maurice here? No? But let's give one more round of applause to all these people who are not here. This would not be possible. I mean, we are good at maybe thinking about things, maybe doing some things. But these now begin these walls of text of the people who actually produce the things you experience here. We had the full support of the School of Creative Media, people at the IT team, people at the Production Equipment Center. They helped us, they gave us computers, cameras, projectors, screens. This would not be possible without the support of the school and without the support of these people who work at these units. Hong Kong Polyu likewise supported us in a multiplicity of ways. Videotage office helped us do many of the satellite events you have experienced, and they are in charge of the party tomorrow night. Microwave also helped us with the satellite events. We have a trailer video which was designed by Trilingual, a soundtrack by a PhD student from SCM, Ariel Huang. I wonder if Ariel is here. No, but you will hear his this soundtrack a few more times during the next few days. And then the printed materials were designed by a local design company called Trilingua. 3 guys, Adonian, Maurice and Chris, who worked super hard on these materials. We printed them on such a short notice. I think they turned out rather well, I must say. There are people to thank at the exhibition venues, at the HKU Museum and Art Gallery, at the Zurich University Connecting Space and the Artists in Labs programs. Without the support of these people, the exhibition would have been much smaller. There was a number of satellite events that were produced by a number of people. I will not ask you to clap for all these people individually, but this diversity in the program would not have been possible without the work of all these people that are displayed here. You'll find all these names in the program booklet. That's where I copy-pasted these from. Also, we need to thank the International Program Committee, who worked hard on reviewing both artworks and papers. This diagram illustrates that the IPC members come from all over the world. And here are the members of the International Program Committee. So I would just like to conclude by thanking everyone for making us here. Yes. Do you want to make speeches too?
No. Ying, please come.
This was planned for Saturday. Thank you for it.
Yeah, but she's part of us. Come on.
Yes, Ying came on board when we realized what sort of duty we have in front of us. At some point, we started worrying, how are we going to do this? We need someone who actually can help us produce the event. Then Ying came along. And then after Ying came the coordinators. Ying assembled quickly a team of coordinators, some of whom I have heard have experience in working in oil fields in northern Alaska or Canada. And I think this is much worse than oil fields in Alaska, I think. But thank you, Ying, for assembling such a wonderful team for us. They would like to be here, but they are working on catering and other things. If you come to the closing plenary on Saturday, I'm hoping that we can meet all the coordinators on Saturday.
Just one more detail. If anybody needs a double volume clap, it is Ollie.
I'm sure on behalf of everybody here, thank you for all the hard work, and we've still got more days to come, so well done. Thank you. Yeah. Do you want to come through? We still have some time before the next session starts at... okay. The next session starts at 2:30, and what we would like to do is just to open it up to people. You may want to ask the potential bidders or the hosts of 2018-19, or you may want to ask the international board as well any questions, or people from Hong Kong. So anybody got anything to say? We actually call it the Isea Forum because it's a discussion session.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Q&A session. I just wanted to tell you that I was very impressed with the way in which Isea 2016 came together. You would not believe the turnout that we had when we first solicited proposals from different cities and countries. And Isea 2016 came in like gangbusters. They really wanted this job. And it's really wonderful how it came together. I want to point out, I mean, that there are some things that are pretty unique to this. This is the first time I've seen on page 54 of the little program, we have a code of conduct, okay? And it is a contribution by the team in response to incidents that happened, last year at the AGM. And it's unfortunate that we need to have a code of conduct stated in this way, but it is an improvement over what we have currently, which is basically, we just assume people will be respecting each other and treating each other well. And sometimes, as you go through these different cycles of symposia following after each other, the reason that we have the future symposium hosts attend these events is to learn from what happened and what they want to correct for later on. And this is a perfect example of the way in which Isea can learn from its hosts. Basically, we as a board, we're 4 people right now, we as a board need to expand and make sure that we are more inclusive of the rest of our community, right? That's what we're here for. I'm the outgoing chair, and it's been our intention really to open this up, make it less of a once-a-year event, make it something that's a constant dialogue with its population. And that's what I think, when we get a dialogue like this, where we actually have a change in the way the program works, that's positive. Okay? I want to thank you for that. If anybody here has any questions for us, be happy to answer.
Or any of the
Or any of the presenters, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
A question for Columbia. You went through the sub-themes, but you went through them fairly quickly. Would you be able to either repeat them or lead me to where I could see those?
Oh yes, I mean the website is online already, so you can go to Isea 2017.info.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. They were great presentations today. I really have to thank everybody involved. Philip?
Yeah, question to the board. So what's very unique about Isea, what no other Biennale festival in the field of electronic art is the nomadic nature of it, which is both fantastic and also, as we just heard, I'm sure a lot of pain for this one-off organization where everyone learns, and I'm sure Oli and all the team know what I'm talking about. But it feels like we moved from a biennial event to a yearly event, and there's still more and more cities that are interested in actually hosting Isea. So quick question, these are the 3 that were presented today. They're selected out of more application than that, or these are the 3 that were actually...
Okay, one of my many roles is to find people who are interested with expressions of interest. And over the period of years, I mean, I'm actually probably working up to 2021 now. It does take a long time, as you know, to put it all together and to get make it meaningful. And we were having Moscow presenting, and they felt they just weren't quite ready. And I certainly have people for 2020. It's a long process, and I think it's great if you have people like the Leonardo and the Korean people here, because I think then they understand the nature of it. It's very difficult to describe, really. I don't know whether I answered your question, actually, Philip. But
I'm the fourth sportsman, and the reason why we went annual again, we were annual before, but why we went annual again.
We as a board, we're 4 people right now. We as a board need to expand and make sure that we are more inclusive of the rest of our community, right? That's what we're here for. I'm the outgoing chair, and it's been our intention really to open this up, make it less of a once-a-year event, make it something that's a constant dialogue with its population. And that's what I think, when we get a dialogue like this, where we actually have a change in the way the program works, that's positive, okay? I want to thank you for that. If anybody here has any questions for us, be happy to answer.
or any of the
Or any of the presenters, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
A question for Columbia. You went through the sub-themes, but you went through them fairly quickly. Would you be able to either repeat them or lead me to where I could see those?
Oh yes, I mean the website is online already, so you can go to Isea2017.info.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. They were great presentations, and I really have to thank everybody involved. Philippe?
Yeah, question to the board. So what's very unique about Isea, what no other Biennale festival in the field of electronic art is the nomadic nature of it, which is both fantastic and also, as we just heard, I'm sure a lot of paying for this wonderful invitation where everyone learns, and I'm sure Oli and all the team know what I'm talking about. But it feels like we move from a biennial event to a yearly event, and there's still more and more cities that are interested in actually hosting Isea. So quick question, these are the three that were presented today. They're selected out of more application than that, or these are the three that were actually...
Okay, one of my many roles is to find people who are interested with the expressions of interest. And over the period of years, I mean, I'm actually probably working up to 2021 now. It does take a long time, as you know, to put it all together and to get make it meaningful. And we were having Moscow presenting, and they felt they just weren't quite ready. And I have certainly had people for 2020. It's a long process, and I think it's great if you have people like, the Leonardo and the Korean people here, because I think then they understand the nature of it. It's very difficult to describe, really. I don't know whether I answered your question, actually, Philip. But
I'm Wim, I'm the fourth board member, by the way. The reason why we went annual again, we were annual before, but why we went annual again is because we got so many cities interested in organizing an Isea. Maybe we should become 6 monthly.
So the board is saying there's more and more...
Tell a bit more of me if you're doing it 6 monthly.
I think actually it's a very interesting point that Philippe makes, because I can't wait for the next Isea. I just can't wait. So what do? I go to the website or something like that. Wouldn't it be great if we had something like TED, where you could actually have little cells in different countries get together under the name of Isea, and they sort of have an ongoing dialogue. There are many models that we haven't really explored. And I think as our board develops, we're actually going to be increasing the number of board members. We'll start exploring that. I think the point, though, is this ongoing dialogue with our constituency. And that includes hosts, guests, and anybody that's involved in this. So, any other questions? Any other thoughts or what ideas that come to mind as a result of this? Yeah? All right, that's it. Okay, we're done. No. Actually, I also want to point out Ian Clothier is our one of our board members, and quite a productive hand at just about everything that we've endeavored. And there's Jen.
Wim wasn't in the room when I introduced him.
And Bonnie Mitchell, who was not able to make it today for family reasons. So.
We will be around, so if any things that you'd like to impart to us or ask questions about, and you actually obviously know people who are actually hosting 18 and 19, 17 and 18, and the bids for 2019.
Great. Thank you.